One of the questions that I get from agency partners that are looking to work with Clickx is, do you run a custom tailored campaign for every single one of my clients? Or is it some kind of a cookie cutter templated ad copy and ad group settings or anything of that sort, the targeting, whatever that might be? Is that the way you run campaigns? Again, there's a lot of different breeds of partnerships out there. Some companies specialize in a few verticals, so they have templated ad copies and things like that. Maybe if you think about the automotive industry, right? There's a lot of those things out there. So what they do is they just take pre-made template, change the zip codes, run it in 20 minutes, call it a day. Or is it more custom tailored? Do you listen to the client's needs, understand their goals, their values, and maybe they don't even have a strategy yet? Would you work with a client like that, or does it have to be an exact replica of something that you've done before? And I think it's a great question. I think a lot of agencies go through that growing pains of customizing things and realizing that, hey, I can't really scale this way. It's only creating more and more work. And if I don't customize, I don't get the results. But if I do customize, I get the results. So what is it? Do I save time or do I get results for the client? And this is a fantastic question. I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, the way that we operate is to make sure that every single client gets the best possible results that they possibly can for their ad spend. Which means that running cookie cutter campaigns where the client has absolutely no say in the ad copy, they have no say in the landing page, the design, is probably not going to be a good fit. I'll just be honest with you, because client is going to get something that looks like practically everybody else's, and there's really no customization. How do you bring the unique value proposition into the ad copy, into the landing page, into the campaign, into every little bit that goes into making this a successful campaign? So most of the time, what I like the idea of saving time, it's at the expense of getting the type of results that the client is looking for. So when we bring on a client, we want to learn more about their business. We want to know their biggest challenges. What happened when they maybe ran ads in the past? What kind of results did they get? And what are they expecting? What sort of budget are they working with? What is their unique value proposition? What can we bring about that people don't know about them yet? How do we get the right type of people to see their business? And maybe they don't want to be shown for certain keywords. So if I have a set of keywords that I use for every campaign out there, then I would have to go through and redo the whole thing for every single client, right? Because not every client is the same. No two businesses, even in the same exact location, it's the same, because they have different goals, they have different budgets. And if they have more budgets, we have to do a bigger campaign. If they have smaller budgets, we have to tone it down. So there's no way that we can take one template cookie cutter per industry and just scale it. All right, so let me give you an example. So I live in Chicago. We have winters, and during the winter time, we got frozen pipes. So we have a lot of clients in the plumbing space. They specialize in fixing the frozen pipes, right? That is a big money making thing in the wintertime. You know what? You don't want to sit around when your pipes are frozen. Now, if you have a plumber in the South, they don't have that problem. There's never going to be a frozen pipe situation in Houston. Having a templated campaign and you run that for a Houston-based company or somebody in Alabama is not going to make any sense. And that's what I've heard in the past, all these horror stories of companies that specialize in such verticals. They take the same exact thing, not knowing, and the people that execute don't even know the weather in Houston. So they would never remove the keywords that are no longer making sense, and it runs into a disaster. And of course, who suffers? The client suffers, right? In the expense of, hey, maybe going the custom route is going to take us more time, but here you go, run it. So again, do we have templates? Absolutely. Do we have systems and process to make us more efficient? You bet. But it is not at the expense of the results that the clients are looking for. So every single client, every single campaign, we go through a rigorous questionnaire process, the kickoff call, everything that we need to learn more about what makes them unique, what is success to them, how many leads are they looking for, what type of leads, what is their specialty, where do they make the most amount of money, understanding that, gathering that information to figure out how do we deliver maximum ROI for their ad spend, how do we deliver maximum ROI for their marketing investment. And working backwards allows us to create something that's absolutely custom to that client. Now, there may be another client in the same exact region, but they have a different set of goals. So using a template never makes sense when it shouldn't be used, right? So we have templates to help us guide through the process, but when it comes to keywords, the ad copy, the ad creative, the landing pages, we want to customize it to their branding, customize it to their value proposition, customize to their specialty. Maybe they've been in business for 35 years. That's a huge piece. Maybe they have a $29 minimum or $100 special, or it doesn't go over X dollar amount. We need to understand what that is so we can write the right type of ad copy. And at the end of the day, nothing ever goes live without their stamp of approval, right? So the customer has to say in every little detail if they want it to be that involved. And that's the type of relationship that we like to make here at Clickx. And this is a fantastic question I get from so many business owners, like, hey, how can you help me? And do you do X or do you do Y? Because hey, as much as I want you to have efficiency, it's not going to be at the expense of the results, right? So we take that results approach. And if we have to change the ad copies 3 months down the line, be it, because if it's not working, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is that the clients are getting the results that they're looking for. So if this video helped you out in terms of answering that question, fantastic. But guess what? I'd love to learn more about your business and see if Clickx is the right fit for you as you're growing and scaling your agency. So my calendar is right here on this page. If you want to schedule a time with one of our consultants, absolutely, let's do that and find out if there's anything that we can be doing to help you grow and scale. So hopefully you found some value in this video, and I will see you next time.